Okay. All right. Day 5. I realized that the volume was a little low yesterday. Not that that matters that much, but let's hope that today's not too bad. I think everything's ready. I don't know. I got nothing to say. I hope it's still easy. I got a bunch of stuff still to do tonight, so hopefully it's not too bad. Let's see. We'll look on Larry's Discord for just a second. Rotting oranges. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay, blah blah blah. I was thinking because of the complicated new inventory system, we can't figure out which of their ingredients are fresh, which are spoiled. Ingredient IDs. The fresh ID ranges are inclusive, which are fresh. Three. Okay. How big is our input? We have 185 ranges. Still not too many. Oh, it's like 1,000, but even if it's n times m, that's okay. Although you probably do need to do some range merging to make this go faster to avoid the overlapping system. But let's assume we don't need to do that, and let's just handle this first. Uh, Double new line, right? And then you get the ranges, and you get the IDs. Let's see. Now we can split into lines. Uh, Split it on the new line, and then we map int to it. Now we make it a tuple. Set ranges. Then uh, I feel bad about using ID because it's a keyword in Python, but that's okay. And then we go, oh wait, part one, or paint in, we do low high in ranges if ID. One, we want to know how many are spoiled. No. We want to know how many are fresh. This example is terrible. Because it's the same either way. Okay, and then we can break. Oops. That's it. Okay. I mean, that should be right. Yay! Okay, this is gonna be something harder. Where we needed to have merged the ranges. So that they can stop bugging you when they get, the elves would like to know all the IDs that the fresh ingredient ID range is considered to be fresh. Consider a total of 14 to be fresh. This seems easy. We just gotta merge the ranges, which still isn't that hard. We can sort them. Wait, we sort them, which is fine. And then do you do a heap? We could also do start end with each of the numbers and then sort the start and the ends. And it's only when it's a stack, right? Yes, it's just a stack. Okay, all right, that's fine. We don't have to sort the ranges. We can do you could do +1, -1, right? Right. Uh, Points. Low, and that's +1. That's -1. And then we can sort it. And then we can do, okay, and then now we do our math. Uh, and then, so we're currently not in a range. Oh, wait. Uh, Score, I guess, equals 0. And then start. What's gonna be? It doesn't matter right now. For n delta in points. Okay. If score equals 0 and delta. Actually, if score is 0, then delta must be 1. It can't be -1. But delta equals 1. Let's go ahead and write this. Start equals n, and score plus equals, well, delta. Well, no, maybe we just put this at the end. Make sure this always runs. Okay. Else if score equals 1, delta -1, that means we're ending the range. Part 2, n minus start plus 1 because it's inclusive. What if it ends and starts at the same time? Right. That's actually a problem. What's going to happen first? The -1 is going to happen first. So maybe I should just flip that. Oh God, that's a pain. If it ends, we include it. And then we start, and then we're going to include it again. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. Uh, we got to process the -1 first. No, we're going to process the -1 first, but if we process the +1 first, it would be okay. Oh, well, okay, we'll just flip these. That way we process the start of a range first. And then to make it simpler, I'm going to say delta equals negative delta. Is that going to make it simpler? I don't know. Who knows? Okay. This should be okay. The score equals, and then we subtracted it. Part two, we're going to add this range. That's fine. And then it doesn't matter what start is because we're not going to use it anymore. We're going to set it back. And then score goes back down. Okay. Uh, I think this is correct. Yeah. That's right. All right, great. Hey, good thing I flipped that. Holy cow, that would be a really tricky edge case to debug. Okay, well that was nice. That was short. It was only a few minutes. I'm happy about that. I can go to bed. Let me check. What am I checking? Whew. The leaderboard. A lot of people ahead of me. I probably spent way too much time on part one. It's a good thing I didn't do anything complicated in part one because part one ended up not being what I thought it was going to be. I gotta wait till this finishes loading. Ooh, 39 seconds. Took 4 minutes for Larry. That makes sense. I don't see a day. 5 solutions. Do I know how to do that even? Create thread. 2025 day 5 solutions. Starter messages required. Well, that's stupid. Here's part two. Let's see. Is there much to say about this problem? The only thing to note about this problem, the only thing notable about this problem is, right. I had to flip this. Um, okay, we're using a stack, right? So every time we open a range, we increase the stack value. And as long as our stack is above 0, we're in the range. I guess I should have the problem up. As long as we're above, as long as our stack is above 0, we're in the range. Um, So here, 3, we would go +1. Our score would be +1. We'd go to 1. And at 5, we go back down to 0. And then at 10, our score would be 1. And then at 12, our score would be 2. And then at 14, our score would go back down to 1. But then at 16, it would go back up to 2. 18 would go back down to 1. 20 would hit 0 again. That's all fine, no problem. The problem then comes from what if you had ranges? What if you had range 1 to 5 and then 5 to 10? Uh, this means all the numbers from 1 to 10 are good. Uh, Previously, this would have sorted so that the add, sorry, the subtract would happen before the add, and so we would have gone. The score would have been at 1. The score would have been 1. At 5, we would have subtracted out, and then we would have included the whole range, which is 5 numbers, and then we would then process this 5, and then we would go back up 1 again. Uh, and then so we would count 5 twice. It would double count 5, and we just didn't want to do that. And so the way we handle that is by handling the the add first. So we go, the score is 1 at 1, and then at 5 it goes to 2, and then it goes back down to 1, and then it keeps going, and that's fine. Hey Cassis. Uh I streamed starting 4 days ago, just because that's when Advent of Code started for this year. But it yeah, it's probably been like a year plus since my stream before then. 2 years maybe, yeah, probably. I do still play Spire though. How's it going? I was thinking I was going to be streaming this year because of Spire 2 coming out, but there's no Spire 2, so we're getting Spire 2. Yeah, 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 eventually. Not this year though. Not this year. Next year we'll get Spire 2. Next year, next year, next year. Let's see. First and second. I don't know what this is doing. I'm trying to understand what this code is doing. Somebody else. Basically this. I may as well respond to myself. Can I respond to myself? I don't know how to respond to myself. Why do I not know how to respond to myself? I'm also sick. Coughing a lot. Oh, here. I fortunately realized. Merge all intervals. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what else I have to say.